Growing up in gang life, that's pretty much my life in the streets of Los Angeles. At the age of 10, I was already smoking marijuana. Had been drinking since I was about 12. I got in trouble for stealing, and I got put on probation. And then through the midst of that, my real mom, she then put me in a juvenile detention center. I was married in 2014. I was pregnant, and then he left me at 5 months pregnant and then divorced me.
I moved here 17 years ago, and my husband and I had, well, he especially had always wanted to live in Arizona, and I lost him in 9 years ago this month. Unfortunately, I got into an abusive relationship. I'd only been with him a few months, and that's when the abuse started. I had made 2 dishes to go to a party over at the clubhouse where I live, and it had said bring a dish. Well, he got mad because I had made 2. And they weren't big dishes, so I wasn't thinking anything about it. And when I told him, I've already made them, it's no big deal. And he grabbed me and slammed me back against the kitchen cabinet. And I didn't realize at the time, I know it hurt, but I didn't realize that he had ruptured his spleen. And I went around for a couple of days like that. And here I am 70 years old, and I'm so close to death, they didn't think I was going to pull through because of abuse. The doctor said, we don't think you're pulling out of it, but if we don't operate, you won't pull out of it. And it's hard to accept when you're over 70 years old.
At Hope Women's Center, our mission is to engage, encourage, and equip women and teen girls facing any difficult life situation with a holistic approach that seeks to meet her physical, emotional, and spiritual need. We want to walk with her through her immediate crisis, but also to build a long-term relationship with her and give her the tools she needs to make positive life choices. As she begins to break cycles of addiction, of poverty, of abuse, then she is able to create a healthier environment and future for herself and her children. At Hope, we know that real and sustainable change occurs in a woman's life when we first begin to change her identity. As we help her transform the way that she sees herself, to recognize her value, her worth, and the unique gifts that God has created in her, we then begin to see her overcome the pain of her past, the self-limiting beliefs that she is holding, and the barriers that are standing in the way of her growth. And as she begins to transform, to grow, to heal, that growth overflows into the lives of her children, her family, and ultimately into her community.
What I've learned at Hope Center is that I'm so much more than what I came from. I'm so much more than the physical, the emotional, the mental abuse that I've gone through, the terrible relationships, and I want to install that in my daughter, that she is worth so much more. She is a woman of God, a child of God, and I want her to never think anything less.
If I hadn't had Hope Center, because if I felt like he was coming around, I knew I could get in my car and come to Hope Center, and I was safe in here.
You have seen just a glimpse in the stories of these women of what we get to see and hear on a daily basis at Hope Women's Center. The changes that are occurring through the education program, through the mentoring, through the support groups, through the grace-filled environment that she is able to come in and begin to be transformed through community and through all of the programs that she is experiencing. We need your support to continue to sustain our existing centers and to minister to the women and families that you have seen today, and also to open new centers into areas where resources are scarce and the needs are great. It is your partnership with us that allows us to provide hope in the life of a woman and child daily across Arizona.